In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up for your lash client. This is the way that I've learned to make it most efficient and to work well for me. Some things I've found that are helpful. Your client is going to be laying down for at least an hour and a half. So you want to make the bed as comfortable as possible. So underneath here, I add a foam pad on top of my bed. I put a blanket, and then on here I have a heated blanket. So I turn this on. A lot of times I'll move this up. That way when they get here, it's going to be nice and warm to help keep their back muscles comfortable. And then this is a really great pillow. I'll put the links of all these things on my website, but this works really well to prop their legs up so that it helps take the pressure off of their back. So this is important. It's important to have a good chair or a good bed for your clients to lay on. And the other thing that's important is you want a good chair to sit on because you're going to be sitting for quite a while. I've tried the saddle chairs. I've tried several chairs. This by far is my favorite. It comes out so it gives my leg support and then also gives my back support as well. And then I like to pump my chair up, my table up as high as it can go. That way I'm not leaning over my client. I have their head pretty much right into my chest, and that saves my back from hurting. So that's how I like to set up my room. It's really important as well to have great lighting. So I'll put the link for this light. I do like this light because my head can come in through here and I'm not bumping my head with the light. And then I also use a Glamcor light as well. I like a lot of light. It just helps make my job easier. Okay, so to set up, the things I have found to make it easier, so hopefully this will help you, is if you have just a specific lash tray. Sorry, I should have had it cleaned and ready before. But I have my lashes lined up here according to length. That way when I need to reload my tray, it's easy for me to grab it quickly, load it, and put it back, and it's right here. I'm not digging through my lashes looking for the right size. I have everything that I need here, so I'm ready to go. So when I want to set up for a client coming, I take one of these, which these are just dental bibs. These work really well because it keeps the glue or anything from bleeding through onto your tray. As you can see, I discovered this later. Those are all just things that don't come off from lashing. So this helps protect my tray. So I lay this out. Okay. And then one thing that I always have in my room is this to measure the temperature of the room and the humidity of the room. So it's a little warm right now. We're in California and the humidity is very low. I like my humidity up to about 40%. I've got my humidifier down over there. So I usually have that pumping, and I've got my swamp cooler going, which needs to be working a little better, but I like my temp to be in the 70s and my humidity to be around 40. That's what I have found to work the best. So I keep this right here just so I can keep an eye. If I'm lashing, I'm like, what is going on? I can always check it out and see what maybe the issue is. It might be the room temperature or the humidity. Another helpful thing that I like to use is a timer. I know it's kind of an odd time, 56 minutes, but this just keeps me on track, lets me know where I'm at. So when I start, I press the timer, and then that kind of keeps me on track so I'm not behind with my next client. That way I can hear the timer and I know, okay, I still have like 30 minutes, you know, I have 20 minutes, just depending if it's a fill or a full set, but that just helps keep me on track. So I love having a timer. Also, it helps me keep track of the glue, but we'll talk about that later. So you want one of these to control the humidity and the temp, and then you also like a timer. And again, I'll have links for all of these so that you can get them for you. Another thing you're gonna need are these micro swabs. There's a certain kind that I like. I will put the link, but I have these here. You're gonna need those. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna put this here. This is my bonder when I'm finished lashing. I'm gonna have a fan. Sometimes my clients need a lash bath. Lash shampoo. Got the lash primer. Okay, have my glue shaker. This is awesome. I should have discovered that a lot sooner. And then pretty much everything else, I got my hand sanitizer. Okay. And then I've got all my little accessories here, so I'm gonna need iPads. spoolie. A glue ring. Okay. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty much the things you're gonna need. And then as well as your tweezers. I got my little tub of tweezers here. Okay. Well, I guess we might need lashes and tape. That would be helpful. Keep a lot of that in here. Okay. All right, so this is pretty much everything that you're going to need to do your lash set, which actually is not that many things. Going through each of these things, you have your lash primer. So when my client comes in, depending on if their lashes need a good cleaning, I'll do a lash bath. But typically their lashes are okay, so I'll use my micro swabs and I'll use my primer to clean the lashes. So that's how I'll start, and I'll do that after I tape. So I use these eye pads, are awesome. They're very sticky, and I've tried lots of eye pads. These are by far my favorite. I'll do a video as well on how to tape the lashes. That's key. If you get the lashes taped well, your lashing session is going to be a whole lot easier. I like to use two kinds of tape. And you'll see more of this. I'll explain it more in the lash taping video. When you tape down the lashes, I use this one, and then I also like to use this tape as well. So you got your two tapes. You got your glue shaker. So even when I'm setting up, sometimes I'll put my glue in here and just get it going. I'll kind of just prop it right here and I'll let it spin while I'm setting up. You want to give a good minute, especially when it's your first client of the day. It really makes a difference if your glue has been shaked well or not. Sometimes I'm in a hurry and I don't take the time to really shake it well. And I can definitely tell a difference when I'm lashing. I'm like, I get frustrated. I'm like, what did I do? And I'll realize it's because I didn't take the time to really get the glue shake really well. So, and once you've started your day, you don't have to do it as long for the following clients, but at least that first client, the first time when your glue's been sitting, you want to use your glue shaker for a good minute. So that's that. All right, you have your fan here to fan the lashes when you're working. You got your hand sanitizer, and then at the end I like to use this bonder. This helps lock everything in, helps with the retention, it helps with the fumes, it helps the client to feel more comfortable and their eyes to not burn as badly. So that is pretty much your lash setup. It's not too difficult, and I'll put the links for all these things so you can have them and use them. And then also the tweezers are really, I've tried a gazillion tweezers, and these by far are my favorite, as well as I have one other one I usually use, these ones right here. So those are my go-to tweezers. Sorry, they just came out of the cleaner, so they're a little wet, but that's pretty much it. You're ready to lash.